Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into the microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Deus Ex Human Revolution Blind. Now I'm just about to confront the killer of Malik's friend, so let's hack into his apartment.
Access granted.
Okay. And she's supposed to send me instructions about what she wants me to do once I'm inside.
Malik, I'm inside Lee's apartment. Doesn't look like anyone's home.
Damn. Okay, look. Lee isn't smart enough to properly cover his tracks, so look around. Maybe you can find something suspicious.
Okay, he probably has something.
Hey Lee, baby. Can't wait to see you today. But I'm stuck at work. I know, I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you, baby. I promise. I'll meet you at the Hive, okay? Just don't get a party started without me. I want you all to myself tonight.
The Hive? I should have guessed Lee would be there. It's pretty much a second home for him.
Wait a minute, you heard that?
Sorry, Jensen. I don't like invading your privacy like this, but it's important. Plus, this gives me an idea. When you're done looking around Lee's apartment, head to the Hive. Contact me when you're there.
I'll keep looking. I'm sure there's more here.
Yeah, I would like to also hack his computer. There's probably some evidence in there. Okay, I have plenty of time to get the bonus ones.
Access granted.
So apparently his family has been investing in Lim, which I guess explains why they were so eager to cover his tracks after he supposedly, allegedly killed his girlfriend. And apparently his family also owns stakes in BellTower. But apparently his father is not exactly pleased with him. Although it seems that they are more displeased with the fact that he's whoring than the fact that, well, I'm not sure if they know that he killed her, though I...
Malik, it looks like Hong Sr. was upset with Hong Jr.'s behavior and threatened to cut off his inheritance if he didn't stop whoring around. Sounds like he considered Evelyn beneath the family name.
And if he knew she was pregnant, I can't believe Lee would do something like that just for money.
Speaking of money, The Hong family seems heavily invested in both BellTower and Lim. That could explain the cover-up and lack of a proper investigation.
Yeah.
I'll stick around a bit. I'm sure there's still more to find.
I didn't at first connect the dots. I thought they meant whoring as in, meeting actual prostitutes, but it seems in fact that they considered his actual girlfriend to be, a commoner, someone who's not worthy of him. But my objective hasn't changed. It's almost like I missed something. I should have the separate objective of going into Hive, but it doesn't look like it's there yet. And this is still my current objective as far as this quest is concerned, so it's almost like I'm missing something.
Malik, I think I got a probable murder weapon. A broken clock. The kicker is the hands line up roughly with Evelyn's TOD. Coincidence?
That's a hell of a stretch. You really think?
If Lee's as dumb as you say, maybe. We'd need lab tech analysis to confirm, but if there ever was a smoking gun, it fits. I'll make one last sweep to make sure I got everything.
Okay, that's really improbable to me. Like, that seems like a huge stretch, if you ask me, but well, it is a game, so you can expect in those types of stories in fiction usually the most improbable things happen, because otherwise, if everything was just ordinary, then it wouldn't be too interesting. I still don't think I have everything. That was pretty well hidden though, so might be difficult to find whatever remains here. I have a feeling I'm still missing something, but I have no idea where to look at this point, so I think I'll just let it go and hope that what I've gathered so far will be enough to prove his guilt. Ah, there's a freaking baseball.
Malik, I found a baseball bat, but it looks clean. Almost like it's been washed recently.
Maybe Lee washed Evelyn's blood off of it.
That's what I'm thinking. But I'm not sure it could inflict the type of laceration she had. Okay, I think that's it. I'm heading to the Hive now. I doubt we'll find anything else in here without calling in a forensics team.
Sounds good.
Okay. That's the wrong way again. As I already mentioned a couple of times, unfortunately I'm really bad at finding the directions, both in games and in real world, unfortunately. That's why I'm, for example, a really bad driver in general. Unless I know the place where I need to go pretty well.
Malik, I'm in the Hive. What's your plan?
Find Lee and talk to him. I want you to convince him you know exactly what he did to Evelyn and why. If you can make him panic, I'm willing to bet he'll spill his guts. Just make it look like blackmail. If he's willing to pay to keep you quiet, he's basically tying his own noose. I'll listen in and record everything.
Got it.
Okay. Probably up there, right? Maybe this guy is sleeping. Okay, let's start him.
What do you want, Chrome Boy?
Is your name Lee Hong?
Yeah, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. What's it to you?
I want to talk to you about Evelyn Carmichael.
Man, it's off! I already told all you narcos all there is to say.
Relax. I'm not with the police. I work private. And you could say I specialize in cases like yours.
If you ain't police, then what the fuck you want?
A simple proposition. I have proof that shows you murdered Evelyn. And I want you to pay me 2.5 million credits to make that proof disappear.
2.5? Bullshit. You ain't got shit on me, narco. I ain't paying you shit.
I strongly suggest you reconsider.
And I strongly suggest you get the fuck out of my face. Cause unless you got your proof right here, I ain't got shit to say to you.
Alright. Let's start with a police report. I know your story doesn't match up with the evidence at the scene of Evelyn's fall.
Oh yeah? And why's that?
I think the police report itself was inconclusive, and it was the autopsy report that was inaccurate compared to her like wounds.
Because the police report revealed inconclusive blood spatter analysis. Meaning the wound that killed Evelyn happened before she ever fell down those stairs.
Yeah, and? That still don't prove shit.
Not only does the evidence not add up, but neither does your testimony. You lied about why Evelyn fell down the stairs in the first place.
Yeah, he said she was drunk because they were partying, but the autopsy report showed no trace of alcohol in her system, not to mention that she was pregnant at the time, so obviously she wouldn't have been drinking.
You said you'd both been drinking heavily prior to the accident, and the reason Evelyn fell was because she was drunk. We both know that isn't true.
Man, that shit was in the papers.
Now, if the evidence doesn't fit and your story was a lie, then how did Evelyn die on that night? Well, the answer is pretty simple, really. You killed her. But how?
Yeah, this seems too far-fetched to me. Yeah. Now, Jensen himself said that the wounds, the lacerations at the victim's head didn't really look like something that was caused by a baseball bat, so I guess it's a toss-up between this and this. I guess out of the two, it's easier to cause lacerations with the clock because it has sharp edges, but still kind of weird. But and kind of like improbable and really far-fetched, but I guess I'll go with this, and in the worst case scenario maybe I can use the pheromones to influence this, because he could have beaten her to death, which I guess you kind of can lacerate somebody's scalp if you hit them, but I think it's much easier to cause that with a sharp edge of an object than it is with your fists. Like, your fists would straight up cause blunt trauma, so yeah, I think I'll choose that. Although, as I said, it sounds kind of improbable. Jensen himself stated that, but okay, let's try it, and I hope if the worst case scenario happens, it'll give me the chance to use the pheromones, maybe.
By hitting her in the head with that antique clock you keep so prominently displayed in your apartment. The lacerations on her head, the intracranial hemorrhaging, it's the perfect match.
In my apartment? How the fuck do you know what's in my apartment?
And like any good crime of passion, you needed motivation, something to fuel your violent outbursts. What did Evelyn say or do to make you murder her?
Yeah, I think she told him she was pregnant, and because it wasn't, I don't think it was a breakup. I didn't hear anything about that, and I think she wouldn't. Well, I guess this is also a good idea, because obviously he wouldn't want his family to know, but I'm not sure if she would have the idea to talk to them in the first place. Again, it's a kind of a toss-up between this and this. But I guess the fact that the fact that she was pregnant alone wouldn't be that great of a danger to him, because still he could persuade her or even force her to have an abortion. So I think this is a much greater danger, because she might have either straight up threatened him, as it states here, or she might have just been oblivious about the fact that his family considered her beneath them, and that she just wanted to meet them, and he wouldn't want his family to know. So I think I'm going to choose that.
She wasn't happy in the relationship. She wanted to take it to the next level, but you wanted none of that. When she threatened to get your family involved, you hit her, but just a little too hard.
Yeah, we argued about that, but what bitch doesn't?
But now the final piece of the puzzle. Why was Evelyn's death never considered a murder investigation? Because your family, one of the wealthiest and most influential families in Shanghai, covered it up. But whose silence did they buy?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the investments in Lim that kept the autopsy report buried. That sort of fits with whatever I've discovered earlier, and when I've talked with X at the clinic itself. So although I guess this is partially true as well, but out of the two, I think this is more likely.
Lim. Your family's sizable investments in Lim assured the autopsy performed on Evelyn's body would never see the light of day, and her death would simply fall through the cracks of an already crumbling justice system.
Fuck this shit, man! And fuck you!
I can help you, Lee, but only for a price.
Alright, fuck! I can't believe this shit! I'll pay you, man! I'll pay you, just... What do you need from me?
Details. Let me hear your side of the story, and then we'll move on from there.
I don't know! Evelyn, that stupid bitch! She was going to ruin me. I didn't mean to kill her, okay? Evelyn wouldn't shut up about us, about the baby, so I hit her. I just wanted to make her shut her stupid mouth. But the dumb bitch started freaking out. So I hit her again until she finally stopped screaming. When I realized what I'd done, I panicked. She was barely breathing, so I carried her to the stairs near my apartment and dropped her. I had to make sure it looked like an accident. I had no choice. She trapped me. She just wanted my money. I would have been ruined.
I need to go. We'll be in contact again soon.
Huh? What about the evidence? And the money? Where the fuck you going?
Goodbye, Lee. Malik, please tell me you got a recording of all that.
Oh my God, Jensen, I could kiss you right now. I can't believe you got him to confess so openly like that.
To be honest, it was easier than I was expecting. You were definitely right about Lee. He's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed.
Well, don't get too cocky just yet. Before I send our little friend's confession off to the local media and authorities, I want to get some Shanghai street justice first. There's a control panel linked to the Hive I need you to hack. Uploading the coordinates now.
So is she going to like publish his confession on the public like website or something?
This is BellTower business. Back off. Move away or else.
Okay, I think they're going to attack me actually, which is definitely somewhat problematic. I hope they wouldn't have seen me, so I guess... Now this is the only terminal, so I'm not sure how would I avoid them. There isn't much wiggle room around here. Maybe I just need to be quicker before they get...
Nothing to do with you. Keep moving. Where are you hiding? Last warning!
Okay, that isn't going to work. I misclicked a couple of times.
I'll kill you!
No, this is definitely not working. I guess I might have to use the automatic hacking tool, but that seems kind of backwards. Like, I'm pretty sure there should be some other way of doing that. There has to be some other way, right? That seems strangely backwards. I don't even get experience for them because I assume they are marked as civilians.
You looking for Mr. Tong? His office is in the basement. No one goes down there without an appointment. Understand?
Yeah, there are like 3 of them here. Okay, I'll take the pistol to sell later on.
走开！走开！
快走！
再也不来这里了。
Access denied.
Okay, I'm definitely annoyed. Because I've just wasted, I think, 2 of those stops, and I still have to wait.
Access granted.
Okay,
All right, Malik. It's hacked.
Verifying the signal. Come on, come on. Okay, I'm in. Remote frequencies are clear, thank God. Uploading now. And done. Meet me in front of the Hive, Jensen. I have a little surprise for our friend Lee.
Yeah, I imagine she is going to like run his confession on a projector, like on a wall or something, for all of the city to see.
Jensen,
Malik?
well, first take this. I was gonna use it myself, but after everything you've done, I think you deserve it more.
So what are you gonna do now?
I have a few loose ends to tie up, and I need to make sure this autopsy report finds its way into the right hands. The Hongs aren't gonna buy their way out of this one.
Lee's confession is solid. With that and the evidence from the autopsy, there's no way he can avoid prosecution. Justice will be served.
Oh, justice will be served, all right. You might want to stick around for a second. I've got one last little surprise for our friend Lee. Are you facing the Hive? It's almost showtime. In 3, 2...
So wait.
Malik?
Just watch.
Ah, okay.
I don't know. Evelyn, that stupid bitch. She was going to ruin me.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what I was
I didn't mean to kill her,
expecting.
okay?
Malik,
Evelyn would
remind
shut
me
up
never to
and
piss
run
you
away
off.
before
After
I
everything you've done here for Evelyn,
wanted
for
to
me,
make her shut her stupid
you'd have to try
mouth.
pretty hard,
That
mister.
bitch started freaking out. So I hit her again and
Okay, that's a
until she finally
nice
stopped
conclusion to
screaming. When I
that
realized
whole
what I'd done, I panicked.
story. Although I guess
Carried her to the stairs near my apartment and
I guess
dropped her.
to a point this is a basically a call for like vigilante justice, right? Because like you have to imagine that there has to be at least a couple people who, upon seeing this, will think it's a good idea to straight up murder him as punishment, you know, in revenge. So I'm not quite sure how to feel about that, but I think I'm done. So I need to go back to Van Bruggen in the gardens. Now, unfortunately, it's a little bit of a trek, but I don't have much choice. I guess while I'm here, I might sell the pistol and the ammunition I picked up. After all, there is a vendor in this place.
You see what I got? Bye-bye. I see you soon.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be buying that praxis kit from the limb clinic anytime soon, as I'm pretty poor.
Stepped up to make things better. Our best chance at doing this is to modify it through a combination of iron.
Forgive me, Mr. Darrow, but many people believe that your article.
You actually came back. My faith in human nature is restored.
Save it. Here's the smart card and my passport. Now start encoding.
There you go. All shiny and bio-encoded, just like I promised.
Where do I find this recording?
On a surveillance server in the TYM tower. But that badge will only get you into the lower city factory via their employee shuttle.
And how am I supposed to get up to the tower from down here?
Never said it wouldn't require a little finesse. Look, the tricky part is getting through the Pangu. But you're a resourceful guy. I have faith in you.
Right. And after I'm through the floof?
You'll be in the upper city tower. The server you want is in the central security hub. The login and password are on this. Now, about my reward. Tai Yong Medical, man! They're here!
Banner! I want that hacker dead!
You gotta help me, Jason. They're gonna kill me!
And that concerns me how?
What a prick.
Oh, come on, man. I helped you out. At least give me a weapon so I can defend myself.
Sorry, seems I'm not carrying a spare.
Prick,
Come on, man! Don't leave me here like this!
I just sold the pistol. Okay, let's go you go hide, and I'll try dealing with the hostiles.
You're referring to the Panchaea Project, the cooperative global initiative that aims at healing our world.
Earth's ecosphere is in serious trouble alive. And it's
I
time
think I
that we
missed.
as a species stepped up to make things better. Our best chance at doing this is to modify ocean temperature through a combination of ion seeding and geothermal management.
Forgive me, Mr. Darrow, but many people believe that your Arctic Ocean installation is more risk than certainty. When will we be able to see the truth for ourselves?
As soon as the installation is complete.
If you would like to hear more of my exclusive interview with Hugh Darrow, log on to www.pacifist.com. This is Eliza Kassan reporting to you live.
Eat it! Show yourself!
It doesn't happen often, but it appears that
They are all very persistent in their attempts to shoot at a wall.
Need a better line! Come on, show your face! Get out!
You know what? Maybe I'll be able to pick up the combat rifle and then sell it. Well, I guess selling it is highly dependent on whether the shopkeeper actually survived this whole debacle, but
related
I
exclusively
guess
to the
before I
project
know
which has
that,
consumed all of my
I need to
attention.
deal with all of them.
You're referring to the
And that's quite a lot of hostiles, to be honest.
Earth's ecosphere is in serious trouble, Eliza. And it's time that we as a species stepped up to make things better. Our best chance at doing this is to modify ocean temperatures through a combination of ion seeding and geothermal management.
Forgive me, Mr. Darrow.
At least they have a lot of...
Arctic Ocean installation is more
Why can't I pick the ammunition for that? Oh, I guess probably it takes 2 spaces at least? Maybe I can throw something out, but to be honest, I guess I can throw this. It wasn't useful in the end, and the ammunition would fetch me a better price. Yeah, that's what I thought.
As soon as the installation is complete.
If you would like to hear more of my exclusive interview with Hugh Darrow, log on to www.
Wow, so they straight up killed everyone. Okay, so I somehow feel that the shopkeeper is probably no longer among the living, which makes the whole endeavor of picking up their weapons a little pointless in the first place, maybe.
My visit to Prague was related exclusively to the project which has consumed all of my attention. Earth's ecosphere is in serious trouble, Eliza. And it's time that we as a species stepped up to make things better. Our best chance at doing this is to modify it.
Yeah, everyone is dead. Well, everyone apart from the hacker.
Anyone there? Hugh Darrow would be the biggest moron on the planet if he made this geoengineering humanity any kind of success. Why would you work?
As soon as the installation
It's making you millions. First for life. Right about like this. Someone's fooling around. Stop right there!
Yeah, I definitely already feel the difference with the upgraded thermal armor. Definitely I can take a lot more punishment. Like I straight up took like a 3-bullet burst there, and I'm still alive. I think I should be able to take... Frick. He went a little bit backwards, but I should be able to take one of them. Frick. For some reason... and I didn't save. For some reason I was clicking Q, the non-lethal takedown shortcut, but Jensen didn't react, so maybe I was standing at a wrong angle.
Sounds like someone running.
Taking heading! He's on the run! Holding position! Got you!
Okay, come on.
I need a confirmation. I've got you!
Yeah, that's definitely a huge difference as far as survivability goes. If you compare my previous situation without the armor, I think there are only like four ones on the lowest floor.
Exclusive interview with you, Daryl. Log on to
I wonder if the hacker will have something to say when I defeat them all.
He's hiding! Search the place! Moving to attack!
I heard that. Contacted me personally to deny allegations.
Where are you?
I would hope so, because I'm mostly going through all this trouble for him. If it was totally up to me, I would consider just running out of the building, to be honest.
Lost visual! I saw that!
He has like a minigun or something? Interesting. Yeah, a heavy rifle.
If you would like to hear more of my exclusive interview with you, Daryl, log on. It doesn't happen often, folks, but it appears that I may have to.
Okay, I think that's all of them.
Millionaire Hugh Daryl has contacted me personally to deny allegations of involvement in
Yeah, and I think they killed everyone, so I doubt the shopkeeper is still alive, but I will return to the hacker to see if maybe he has something to say now that I have freaking saved his life. He had like pod number 301 or 303.
Is to modify ocean temperatures through a combination of ion seeding and geothermal.
Forgive me, Mr. Daryl, but many people believe that your article.
Or maybe it was 302 and he just locked himself in and he's not going to talk with me, which, not going to lie, for the 301 would be annoying. Oh yeah, 301 is this. Yeah, so I guess he doesn't care. Okay, I'm officially angry at him because of that, but oh well.
Contacted me personally to deny allegations of involvement in secret United Nations.
I assume the shopkeeper is dead, but I will still check.
It's related exclusively to the project which has consumed all of my attention.
You're referring to the Panchea project.
Wait. I'm pretty sure he was here. I would anticipate him being dead, but not his entire shop being suddenly missing. It was here, right? I'm pretty sure of that. Well. There's more of them.
Hello?
Oh freak, I've accidentally did it right in the view of the camera.
This is the spot.
Keep looking. Someone must be there.
Gunshots! Come get me! I knew someone was here.
But I guess those are regular security guards? Maybe those are ones that came to check what's happening and they assumed that I'm somehow linked with the attack. Okay, that's a little bit embarrassing.
Stop right there!
Okay, I'm dead, I think.
Kill you! Someone's running. Shit! No ammo!
It's nice of you to inform me of that, so that I could plan my attack accordingly. Okay, so apparently there are mines around here. They're even blinking, so that's pretty obvious. I should have noticed that. Okay, I think I have the augment now that makes me basically immune to electricity, so I guess it's a good moment to test that. Yep. So I'm going through a totally different part of the building now. I don't think I was ever here. It's like the laundry.
What the hell is that? Bust him up! Where are you?
How could he have missed me?
I'm gonna find you! What are you doing here? Jesus Christ! Lost him!
Okay, I guess they finally learned and started throwing actual grenades, I mean frag grenades, instead of EMP grenades. Because the first ones kill me and the second one just takes away my batteries.
Sector 112 clear.
Okay, let's turn around. I guess I can use the time to take this. Okay. Somebody's laundry is just running. I guess they won't be taking that back because they're probably dead.
Cover me!
Ah, I just remembered that throwing EMP grenades is even more worthless now, as I am basically immune to them.
Too late to hide! Someone's running.
Oops. Okay, that might be a problem actually. for him to reload. Oh, I'm out of ammo for this. That is definitely problematic ammo. Also, almost out of ammo for the tranquilizer rifle, which doesn't look too good when you consider my imminent trip to whatever, Tai Medical? Tai? Something like that. There's probably a lot of opposition to be expected there, and I have like 4 bullets. I mean darts, but you know what I mean.
Malik, get Pritchard on the line. Tell him I need everything he's got on the Tai Yong Medical building. Schematics, blueprints, everything.
That might take a while, Jensen.
Yeah, well, he's got as long as it takes for me to find this Tai Yong shuttle Van Bruggen talked about and ride it to their factory. Jensen out.
Now, I wonder if everyone on the streets will be hostile to me as well. After all, they are all in the pocket of Tai Yong Medical anyway, so that would kind of make sense. But I'm in clear view here, and this guy is not really reacting.
This has nothing to do with you. Keep moving.
Wait, I need to go find the tram. Oh. Where would that be? Shuttle station, I think? Tai Yong Medical, okay. So basically down here. I think it's somewhere near to the limb clinic. I remember going past this building once. Yeah, it's directly next to the limb clinic, in fact.
Stupid bitch! She was going to ruin me. I didn't mean to kill her, okay? Evelyn, will you shut up about it?
My visit to Prague was related exclusively to the
You're referring to the Panchaea project, the cooperative global initiative.
Okay, it's right here. So this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save here and end it here. So that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
through a combination of iron